to you, Betty. Actually, I've just talked to Francis Mtalaki, who is in Mombasa currently, but he's unable actually to come live due to some issues. But at least in the next hour, we'll be having him live in Mombasa. But what I've gathered from Mtalaki, my colleague, is that the four principals, NASA principals, last evening held a meeting at Vipingo Ridge, where it was expected that they talked about the agreement in terms of how they're going to share power ahead of the August 8th general elections. And the information that I've gathered right now is that that meeting that happened last evening lasted for around 4 hours, where the four principals were locked up in a room and where they discussed that report that was handed over to them by the 12-member committee. What the information that I can also confirm right now is that today they are leaving Vipingo Ridge, both heading separate ways. I understand that Raila Odinga, who is the ODM party leader, has already left Kilifi County, headed this to Nairobi County. Also, the ANC party leader, Musalia Mudavadi, is expected to leave Kilifi County in the next few minutes, heading these sides of Nairobi. And the information that I've gathered actually is that last evening, after they went through that report, a report that had already proposed that the party, the presidential candidate for NASA should be the ODM party leader, Raila Odinga. Of course, his running mate being the Wiper party leader, Kalonzo Musyoka, and then ANC party leader, Musalia Mudavadi, being handed over the official or the chief cabinet position, so to speak, as a position that will resemble that of the prime minister that we had during the last regime. That's the Grand Coalition regime. And then the Ford Kenya party leader been given that slot of the Speaker of the National Assembly. These are just reports that I'm getting especially from the 12-member team, the report that they handed over to the four principals. And what I can say is that what happened yesterday is that the principals just went through that report. There is a slated meeting that is expected to start on the 17th of this month, and it will be a 3-day retreat. And from there, that's when the four principals will actually have the way forward or decide on whether they will endorse that report or else they will actually amend it. And of course, they've been given that period from today up to the 17th. Each team should sit down and agree on whether they will actually amend or whether they will adopt that report. And each side is expected to come up with a recommendation. Remember that each side from the four parties, they're all pushing that at least they be handed that position of the presidential flag bearer of the opposition, NASA. And so what I can report is that at least the four principals are free, each one headed his way back to the campaign board, and of course they'll have that time to consult with their team on what they discussed last evening, Betty.
All right, Chris.